1, Wolves 3. Yeah, I think obviously a disappointing result in the end, but I actually thought we played quite well. I don't think anyone can really complain about the overall performance given the circumstances. Obviously, the big ramification is every kind of result around us kind of went wrong. Brighton turned it around against West Ham, which I didn't think they'd do, so fair play. And obviously Leicester thrashed Southampton, which everyone expected. And look, we got what we deserved in the end. I don't think goal difference is a bad indicator, and Brighton and Leicester, even Palace have better goal difference than us. And obviously the not even the second half of the season, the last quarter has kind of messed up. But I'll do a season review tomorrow. But in terms of on the game, I don't think it was actually a bad performance. I don't think anyone watching that game was necessarily disappointed. Obviously Liverpool are just way better than us. But, to actually score a goal is something I wasn't actually expecting to see. It was actually a good goal as well from Pedro Neto. Good play from Raul Jimenez. And we defended well. I thought Totti Gomez was a standout guy. I didn't think Totti Gomez was great against Norwich. But in this game he stood out. He was brave. He didn't look, I think one thing that can be labelled at the players over the last couple of months is a lot of them just looked timid and scared and kind of, especially since we lost Kilman and Smedo, who were quite good at getting out of tight spaces, we kind of lacked that. And the amount of times Totti Gomez picked up the ball on the half turn, took on someone, and look, it didn't work all the time. Of course it didn't, he's young. And I still think he needs a lot of coaching, you can tell that. For one of their goals, he played them onside. There was the odd bad touch or whatever, but generally I thought Totti Gomez had a really good game. I don't think you could really discredit that, and I think he's earned a spot in the squad next season. And this is what you get from playing young players. He's not. That's one criticism I would have of Bruno Lage. He hasn't really played Chiquinho, who again didn't play today, which I was surprised at. Luke Cundle's not really got many minutes. There are players that maybe could have a future at Wolves that we can't really judge now. But Totti Gomez had a good game. I thought Ruben Neves had a brilliant game as well. I still think that's his best position, playing in midfield three at the base. He's spreading balls around beautifully. And he's playing against a Liverpool midfield that are good at pressing. And obviously it was a three-man midfield versus a three-man midfield. It's not like he had loads of space. And every time he picked up the ball, had a right pass. I'm critical of Ruben Neves sometimes. I don't always think he's not lived up to his potential. That's harsh, but it's always felt like he's had an extra level to go to that he's never really hit a walls. Maybe that's our fault. Maybe that's Nuno's fault. Maybe that's the club's fault. Who knows? But it was a really good way for him to finish out. Same maybe for Giamantino. I thought had a really good game. All the midfield did. I'm not a big fan of Dendoncker. But obviously, I think some things went against us. Obviously, Jose Sá went off injured, which was a bit of a shame. So did Pedro Neto. Hopefully those aren't serious. That'll be a big concern if either of those are serious injuries. And look, yeah, we couldn't hold out. The script was always going to be a bit against us today, but I think we can be proud of that performance. And, well, not proud, but we can be satisfied with it. And I think that's a good way to end overall a pretty okay season. Not incredible. And obviously the fact that, 10th makes it look a lot worse. If you just said in January, when we were like 2 points off Champions League, that Newcastle would finish 2 points behind us, that's concerning. Not being able to grind out some draws has really cost us. We've only drawn 6 games. To lose 17 games is a bit alarming. If we turned a couple of those into draws, we would have been comfortably 8th, maybe even 7th. But yeah, overall in the game, good game. Ruben Neves had a good send-off. Good performance by Totti Gomez. I don't think anyone really let the team down. But yeah, big rebuild job in the summer. But yeah, I'm not too negative on this season, but I'll do a season review at some point. But good performance, or solid performance. Everyone can be proud of that. And yeah, just on to next season. Enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, peace.